A serial entrepreneur, he never sits down. I'm not entirely sure he ever sleeps.
Calix's CEO, the legendary Russo.
To simply build the biggest, highest capacity, lowest latency, highest quality internet infrastructure.
Did I envision being here? No. I envisioned being at the racetrack, actually. But I enjoyed this immensely. There's no question about it.
Yeah. What are you driving these days?
You mean car-wise?
Mm-hmm.
I have a little SUV Chevy thing.
Really?
I don't even know what it is.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's really disappointing. You have to come and say, I've started a little collection. I just
Oh no, I'm not. I can't. I'm
we
not.
can come and poodle around in my 45 horsepower 1961 Morgan. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I'll be happy to pull around with yours.
All right. Good to see you, Carl.
Steve, great seeing you.
Thank you. So here we are at the airport in Austin, and I'm picking up my buddy, Mr. Russo. Oh, I guess we're just going to drive onto the runway in my fabulous hairdresser's car. Better not screw around because there's a police helicopter right there. And, oh, I guess this is Cole's plane, which is, I guess if you've got to fly all the time, you might as well do it in one of these. Come on.
It's Steve Saunders.
What's up,
All
brother?
right, Steve.
How are you, man? Right. Off we go. I'll try to avoid.
Try to avoid hitting the plane.
I think I can get underneath there.
No, don't.
Should we try?
Is this like Uber? Can I rate you as a driver?
Absolutely.
When you think about Uber, think about that disruption,
Yeah.
right? Without global client server, you can't provide that platform. We've been through the dot-com bubble, right? All those pieces. Have you ever seen the level of disruption across all of the segments?
It's multiple.
all happening at once.
No, it's multiple revolutions. So the big revolutions that I lived through were circuit to packet and then mobile. And what you have now is about 12 different technology pivots, plus these cultural and business strategy pivots rolled in. So you've got this kind of maelstrom rolling along.
There are companies that do things like an Amazon or a Google or a Facebook that use the internet, okay?
Yeah.
And those companies develop market capitalizations that are hundreds of billions of dollars. If the internet gets in the way of them continuing to build that market cap, what do you think they're going to do?
Sure.
They'll go build it themselves. So this whole infrastructure is going to get redone, whether it's done by what we consider to be the traditional service providers or cable MSOs or wireless companies. So, we're about halfway through the journey. I can tell you our customers, both traditional and non-traditional, very much like where we're going.
If I had any investors, I'm sure they'd be very happy with us. The staff seemed quite happy last year when I spoke to them.
By the way, being a sole proprietorship is not a bad thing.
It's all right. It's a bit lonely, when you don't have anybody to really talk to most of the time. So
Get a dog.
yeah, I have one of those, but
Do you talk to the dog?
not about business technology strategy, but
Do you talk to yourself?
all the time.
By the way, I'm of Italian heritage, and I'm looking around at this neighborhood. Do I owe you money or something? Are we gonna pull over
We're
behind
going to
the warehouse?
pull over by Rivera Welding. Yes.
Is Martin
exactly.
Scorsese behind one of these?
I
buildings
like this
filming?
place, the Hard Luck Lounge and Beer Garden. That's where we really.
Well, I
need to
noticed
go.
that's Irish.
Yeah. The luck of the Irish. Yeah.
Everything's going to be connected over one infrastructure. So you asked me about AXOS. Fast, always on, and simple. If you were going to build an infrastructure, you'd want it to be fast, like this car. Always on, maybe like this car. Simple, not like this car.
So you're talking about hardened open source software?
It is open source.
So it's hardened
Yep.
carrier class software.
There's no question that it's going there. Go look at white box, right?
Yeah.
The phenomena around white box. And everybody runs around and talks about white box, white box, white box, white box. White box is a symptom, not a cause.
Right.
White box is a result of building an infrastructure that's abstracted. The reason they built it was because they could not control different vendors' products. AXOS is fully abstracted. We are in a merchant silicon model. We haven't built an ASIC in 7 years.
So you are now a software company. What does this flashing red light mean? Does it mean
It means
just
it's
go very
it's a
quickly?
stop sign. Well, I think it's a. I don't know what it is actually.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let me tell you why I want to say I don't know what it is.
So we just
Because you get the ticket.
either have, when I've been pulled over in relatively nice cars before, cops either have two attitudes. One is they want to look at the car because they like cars, and the other is they're just going to really beat on you with a broomstick as far as that ticket goes. So
This
'cause
is literally
you're never
like
gonna
washed
get-
up tech guys in cars getting coffee. It's a new Seinfeld episode.
You know that we've got another 3 of these episodes to do. I'm really
Well,
excited about it.
Get Alec
What
Baldwin
are we
for the
gonna
next
do?
one.
I'll tell you what we're gonna. No, we're gonna go for a drive in the morgue. But let's review. The future is a cloud, but let's be more specific. The future is actually a client-server network with 7 billion people attached to it.
It's the device-enabled
Eventually.
subscribers,
Right.
regardless of what the device is. Whether
Ah.
it's an iPhone, an Android phone, a car, an Ubered self-driving car, doesn't matter, that's the device.
And all of the.
And everything else is over in the cloud.
But the key metrics or KPIs in that situation are going to go back to being the fundamentals that we know and love: security, management.
You're not going to see new KPIs if we haven't augured up to
Right.
date. They're going to be weighted differently. So let's take one that's going to be weighted differently. Latency. Have you watched gamers?
Right.
But I mean, it's latency.
Yeah.
But you want to take latency to another extent? Okay, you have a whole bunch of wirelessly connected self-driving cars. How'd you like to have latency in that equation?
Yeah. For me personally, looking at the competitive set, there are some giant,
I want you to go.
incumbents who are obviously, going to be a default position still for a lot of people. But
Oh.
you guys are in a very, very sweet spot.
So next place I land, will you be there to pick me
Yeah,
up?
I told you, we've got another 3 of these interviews to do, so we're going to have to start talking about the weather or
Let
something.
me see if I can open this door without getting it ripped off.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and do mine without scratching the bottom of the door. Thanks, Carl. Good
Thank
to
you,
see you,
Steve.
man.